Shabbat Shalom. When I was in college and I took my first film class of many, one of the first short films we watched was The Arrival at a Train at La Ciotat Station. It was from 1895. It's one of the first films that has ever been made. It's only 50 seconds long. If you haven't seen it, take the 50 seconds. It's on YouTube. And it literally just shows a train slowly pulling into the train station while there's a bunch of people dressed really nicely in their French garb, waiting to get on the train or to meet their loved ones at the station. Well, at the time when people went to the cinema to watch this short film, they did not know what to expect. And there's, rumors, and it's all fake, that, they ran out of the theater because they were terrified that the train was going to hit them. That wasn't true. But according to Spiegel magazine, it's a popular German magazine, some viewers were actually frightened because they had never seen anything like that before. The viewers' senses were not yet trained to distinguish images from reality. They had never seen a moving picture before, and all of a sudden there's this train coming at them on the screen. Well, technology has outpaced human understanding, and people were scared because they could not interpret what their eyes had seen. Now, over 130 years later, we are now facing artificial intelligence. And just a couple of months ago, I fell for an AI-generated video. It was a video going around Instagram, and I'm sure TikTok, of a kangaroo at an airport holding a little ticket with his handler trying to, get the kangaroo to go on board the plane. And I laughed, and I thought this was the cutest thing I had ever seen. And I sent it to my wife, and then she immediately Googled it, and she goes, "David, that was not real." And I felt disappointed in myself that I fell for an AI-generated video. I should have known. A kangaroo's not going to go on an airplane. That's just ridiculous. But you never know. Well, just recently, literally in the past couple of weeks, OpenAI, the maker of the popular ChatGPT chatbot, released an app called Sora, which, has anyone heard of this? Yeah, it's terrifying. It lets users instantly generate realistic-looking videos with artificial intelligence by typing a simple description such as, quote, "police body cam footage of a dog being arrested for stealing ribeye at a Costco." And the video was made, and people believed that a dog was stealing meat from a Costco. Well, Sora, it's a free app on your iPhone. Don't download it now, please. It has been entertaining. It has been as entertaining as it has been disturbing. Since its release, lots of early adopters have posted videos for fun, like phony cell phone footage of a raccoon on an airplane, or the kangaroo. But others have used the tool for more nefarious purposes, like spreading disinformation, including fake security footage of crimes that have never happened. The arrival of Sora with similar AI-powered video generators released by both Meta and Google this year has major, major implications. The tech could represent the end of visual fact as we know it. The idea that video could serve as an objective record of reality no longer exists. We can't prove something with a video. Society as a whole is going to have to treat videos with as much skepticism as people already do with words. In the past, consumers had confidence that pictures were real. We would say, "Pics or it didn't happen. I don't believe you if there's not a picture of you meeting Tom Hanks." Right now, you can put in ChatGPT, me meeting Tom Hanks on the moon, and it can happen. Our brains are powerfully wired to believe what we see. But we can and we must learn to pause and think now about whether a video, and really any media at all, is something that has actually happened in the real world. As overwhelming as today's AI deception can be, Our tradition, the Jewish tradition, reminds us that the struggle to see clearly is ancient. This week's parashah describes a moment when sight itself failed, when Jacob trusted what he saw in the dark only to awaken to the truth. Genesis chapter 29, it says, when evening came, he took his daughter Leah and brought her to him, this is Laban, and he cohabitated with her. When morning came, there was Leah. So he said to Laban, what is this that you have done to me? I was in your service for Rachel. Why did you deceive me? And our rabbis teach us that Laban gathered all of the people in his little town, and he made a feast. He said to them, you know that we were hard-pressed for water, but once this righteous man came here, well, the water was blessed. So they said to Laban, well, what can we do for you then? He said, if you wish, I will deceive him, and I'll give him Leah, as he loves Rachel greatly, and he will spend another 7 years with you, just so we can have more water and more abundance. So in the morning he woke up, and behold, it was not Rachel, it was Leah. Jacob said to her, what, you are a deceiver, daughter of a deceiver. Did I not call you Rachel at night? And you answered me, yes, it's Rachel. And here's great. She said to him, is there a barber without disciples? Did your father not call you Esau? And you answered him. We read last week that Jacob deceived his own father, and now it's coming back to haunt him in this week. Our sages insisted in the Talmud, it is prohibited to deceive people. Not it's unkind, not just avoid it if you can. It is a prohibition to deceive someone. Why? Because deception blinds people, morally, socially, spiritually. In Jacob's world, deception required preparation, collusion, disguises, darkness. Laban needed an entire village to make his illusion work. Today, we just need the internet. We are no longer vulnerable only to individual deceivers, but we are vulnerable to systems designed to mislead us at such a large scale. Our tradition understands the danger of a lie. And today we are confronting the danger of 1 million lies a second every time we open up Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or Reddit. Researchers recently reviewed more than 100 Facebook posts, pages who were posting AI-generated content, and they found the following. Many of those pages engaged in scams or spam. Some posted dozens of AI images per day, and Facebook's algorithm actually boosts those posts. Some of the AI posts, reach hundreds of thousands or millions of users. Josh Goldstein from Georgetown University, who did this research, said, we saw AI-generated images of everything you can imagine that simply could not be real. Some individual posts from the pages they analyzed have accumulated hundreds of thousands and even millions of interactions, of likes and comments and reshares. These weren't just sporadic images here or there that only a couple of people interacted with. They were really getting a ton of traction. Their analysis found that some of these pages are classic spam, posting links to websites where they can collect ad revenue. Others are scammers advertising AI-generated products that don't appear to actually exist. I get pictures all the time from my mom posting a picture of Grogu from Star Wars on a t-shirt. It's not real, it's AI-generated. Those t-shirts don't exist. I'm sorry, Mom. So what can be done? As individuals, we need to take steps to protect ourselves. An important skill we all need in the age of AI is critical thinking. This simply means being able to evaluate the information we come across and make a judgment on its accuracy, its truthfulness, and its value, particularly if we are not sure whether it was created by a human or a machine. So number one, the most important thing is check the source. As AI continues to evolve and improve, we need strategies to detect fake articles, videos, and images that don't just rely on how they look. One of the most powerful things you can do to identify misinformation, whether AI generated or not, is to look at where it's coming from. Is it from a reputable professional news organization or from a website or account that you don't recognize? If you're even just a little unsure, exit Facebook, open up a new browser on Google, and just Google that website or Google that image. If it's real, multiple credible outlets or witnesses will confirm it, but if every link takes you back to the same viral TikTok post, then it's definitely not real. No, and a random expert on YouTube is not as credible as actual news journalists. Number 2 is you should watch the camera, not the actual subject. AI is great at manipulating faces, but it's terrible at actually filming them. Real videos will wobble slightly with the person holding the phone, but AI clips, they move too smoothly as if they're gliding on rails. If it feels more like a drone shot than a phone shot, then it's probably AI. Number 3 is to check the physics. Look for light and shadow behaving naturally. Does a sleeve flutter when the wind blows? Do reflections reflect? AI often gets those almost right, but not quite. Number 4 is listen closely. Footsteps or voices might drift out of sync. Number 5, and again, study the account. Look where it's coming from. Now on Twitter or X, you can see where all of these accounts are. Most of them are not here in this country when they're spreading false information. Number 6 is to note the format. Fake body cam and security footage videos are exploding because that grainy chaos hides AI's flaws. If it looks as if it came from a cop's chest cam or a Ring doorbell, question it. I saw a video of a cat hanging out with a bunch of wolves on a ring. That's not real. It looks really good, but it's not. No cat is going to hang out with the wolves. The wolves are going to eat the cats. Earlier this week, there was an image that was going all around Reddit for all of the Marvel films, and it was on set with Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman and all of these Marvel stars who really aren't even in the movies anymore, and it wasn't real. But if you just look at it for a second and then you scroll down, you think, oh my gosh, there's going to be a great Marvel movie coming out next year. No, there's not. It's not real. And I watched a video of an expert saying just how detailed you have to get to understand that it's fake. You can't just look at the faces. You have to look at the type of camera they were using. You have to look at the green screen. You have to look at the extras. Their faces look different. You have to look at the sun, everything. And we don't have time for that. It's not so easy. Now, you don't have to spot every single fake because that would take up your entire day, and we just don't have that time. But we just need to slow down enough to question what it is that we're actually engaging with. In 2025, skepticism is not cynicism, it's actually self-defense. Judaism has never treated deception as just a small moral flaw. Our tradition calls it out plainly. Proverbs teaches us, quote, lying speech is an abomination to God, but those who act faithfully are pleasing. Not just discouraged, not just unwise, but an abomination. And if the Tanakh gives us the moral stakes, then Musar, ethics, gives us the tools. Our tradition teaches that the discipline of separating truth from deception is at the heart of building character and living a life of balance. That's why Orchot Tzadikim from the 15th century insists that we train ourselves slowly, deliberately to sift truth from falsehood. He says, concerning falsehood, you must know that just as a man weighs silver and gold on the scales and distinguishes between the light and the heavy, so should a wise man weigh utterances on scale until he is able to distinguish between truth and falsehood. And there is a great distinction between one lie and another. How is that, he asks? One who says of wood that is gold, that lie is easily apparent. Wood and gold don't look the same. But one who says of shining copper that's gold, well, that lie needs to be investigated. For those metals have the same appearance, and there are counterfeiters who make copper look like gold. So, if Laban needed an entire village to deceive just one man, just Jacob, today it just takes an algorithm to deceive all of us. So this year, this week, decades to come as AI advances, may God grant us all the wisdom to discern the the patience to verify what we are looking at, and the integrity to ask what is real, so that in this age of deception we remain the people of truth. Shabbat Shalom.